Welcome to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Foreign Minister of Ukraine is on an official visit to Pakistan. This is the first visit by any Ukrainian foreign minister to Pakistan since the establishment of diplomatic ties between the two countries in 1993. The Ukrainian foreign minister called on the prime minister and held in-depth talks with the foreign minister covering the entire range of bilateral relations, regional and global issues of mutual concern, including the security situation in South Asia and the Eurasian region. The two foreign ministers agreed to enhance mutually beneficial cooperation in trade, investment, higher education, agriculture, defense, and information technology for the mutual benefit of both countries. The two sides agreed on the importance of regular dialogue and engagement and decided to hold meetings of various institutional mechanisms in due course. It was also agreed to deepen cultural exchanges and people-to-people contacts. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari shared Pakistan's concerns at the prevailing situation in Ukraine and offered condolences on the loss of precious lives and immense human suffering. He expressed the hope that peace would prevail so that the people of Ukraine and Russia would enjoy peace dividends. Foreign Minister emphasized the importance of engagement and dialogue and peaceful resolution of disputes and Pakistan's readiness to support peace initiatives which can bring about peace. He also expressed Pakistan's support for the resumption of Black Sea Initiative on the basis of dialogue and consultation. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has already briefed you on the change management reforms, an initiative which he had launched upon joining as Foreign Minister. He stressed the need to embrace change and modernization in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs so that it is agile, and adaptable, and responsive to national and international realities. The change management reform was initiated to revitalize the ministry, addressing challenges like bureaucratic red tape, internal inefficiencies, and outdated tools, with a focus on areas like internal communication, decision-making processes, and career development. The Foreign Minister emphasized empowering the workforce, investing in their development, and creating a knowledge-based economy through the initiative, aiming to optimize consular services, improve conditions of service, and equip future diplomats with necessary skills. The Minister of Digital Development and Transport of the Republic of Azerbaijan visited Islamabad from 17th to 19th of July. During the visit, he held meetings with the Minister for Information Technology and Telecommunication, Minister for Railways and Aviation, Minister for Communications, and Minister for Maritime Affairs. During the visit, a memorandum of understanding was signed on cooperation in the field of information and communication technology and technology training courses. The Foreign Secretary participated in 30th meeting of ASEAN Regional Forum in Jakarta, where he presented Pakistan's perspective on peace and security in South Asia and addressed the global challenges confronting us. The Foreign Secretary paid a courtesy call on the Indonesian President and held meetings with Deputy Secretary General of ASEAN and senior Indonesian officials. He also met with leaders of the delegation of participating delegations. Dr. Asad Majid Khan also witnessed the signing ceremony for the establishment of Pakistan-Indonesia Business Council and addressed the prestigious think tank Foreign Policy Community of Indonesia. Pakistan's Special Representative on Afghanistan, Ambassador Asif Durrani, is currently on a visit to Afghanistan from the 19th to 21st of July. This is his first official visit to Afghanistan since assuming his responsibilities as Pakistan's Special Representative on Afghanistan. Ambassador Asif Durrani met with Acting Prime Minister Mullah Abdul Qadir, the Acting Minister for Foreign Affairs, Amir Khan Muttaqi, the Acting Minister for Commerce, Mr. Nuruddin Azizi, Acting Minister for Public Health, Dr. Qalandar Ibad, and the Acting Minister for Higher Education, Sheikh Nida. The wide-ranging discussions encompassed the entire gamut of bilateral relations. Ambassador Durrani reaffirmed Pakistan's firm commitment to work closely with Afghanistan in promoting the mutually reinforcing goals of regional peace and security. Pakistan will continue to actively engage with interim Afghan government on all issues of interest. Special Assistant to the US President and Senior Director for South Asia at the National Security Council, Rear Admiral Eileen Lobuchar, held a high-level delegation to Pakistan for a two-day visit. The delegation included members of the State Department, Department of Defense, and the White House. On the 19th of July, she called on the Foreign Minister to address issues of bilateral interest and to exchange views on regional and global situation. Foreign Minister underlined that Pakistan had a long-standing and broad-based relationship with the United States that needed to be reinforced and widened. He stressed the need for increasing high-level contacts between the public representatives and officials of both sides. Ms. Lobuchar reaffirmed commitment of the United States to solidify and reinforce its ties with Pakistan and expressed the hope that Pakistan and the United States would continue to work together to pursue common interests. Pakistan condemns in the strongest possible terms repeated Islamophobic acts of public desecration of the Holy Quran in Sweden. Such disturbing acts are both legally and morally reprehensible. Permission to carry out premeditated and provocative acts of religious hatred cannot be justified under the guise of freedom of expression, opinion, and protest. Pakistan calls for unequivocal condemnation of Islamophobic acts, isolate those who stoke religious hatred, build deterrence, and promote mutual respect, tolerance, and harmony among religions, faiths, and cultures. We expect Swedish authorities to take all measures necessary to stop such acts of hatred and incitement. Pakistan's concerns about the latest incident are being conveyed to the Swedish authorities. Today I wish to speak to you about the founder and president of Jammu and Kashmir Democratic Freedom Party, Mr. Shabir Ahmad Shah, who completed 6 years of his continued detention this month. Incarcerated currently in New Delhi's infamous Tihar jail, Shabir Shah has spent 36 years in prison for his political views. The total period of his confinement exceeds half of his life. He was rightly called by the Amnesty International as a prisoner of conscience. We urge India to put an end to the protracted imprisonment of Shabir Shah and thousands of other Kashmiri political leaders and activists whose basic crime is to demand their inalienable right to self-determination. These political prisoners must be released and acquitted of the fabricated charges against them. I have an update on the Greek boat tragedy. 2 separate flights carrying the mortal remains of 4 Pakistanis who perished in the disaster have arrived in Lahore and Islamabad. The mortal remains have been handed over to the families in the districts of Gujarat and Gujranwala. Our mission in Greece has made plans for transportation of the remaining dead bodies within the next few days. We also remain in contact with the Greek authority for the identification of the victims. I thank you.